Namaskar, friends. And today it's a special program. I thought I will bring this to you on this happy Guru Purab. Today we celebrate. It is the 555th celebration of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birthday. So happy Guru Nanak Jayanti. It is celebrated every year, yes, especially in India and also throughout the world. So I chose this day as it is also full moon. And according to Hindu calendar, it is the month of Kartik and it is the full moon today. So today, as the winter is almost here, and I thought, besides yoga, the system of yoga, discussions about that, and practicing yoga with me, I thought, why not? I also talk about my food choices. Now, this is very interesting. Throughout my childhood, my mom made sure we eat certain foods that later part of my life, that is now I'm realizing that these foods are called superfoods in the Western world. So, well, for example, this I have in the morning, and this is lotus. So these are also called, I believe, fox nuts, lotus seeds. So this is one, it's called makhana, which is very favorite of mine. I can just eat raw, but you can always roast it. But today I thought that I will talk about certain fruit and nuts that I have it, and I also I make sure that my children also have these foods, um, especially at the onset of winter. So I'm going to talk about this. You know what this is? It is found, especially found in India and the neighboring countries. This is called amla or gooseberry. Gooseberry. You can. So why I thought I have so many other things that I can easily find here in the US, but this particularly amla, I wanted to. I was surprised that I found this at the Indian grocery store. Amla. So I used to have amla just like that. Okay, so, and it's bitter. Yeah, it's full of vitamin C. But I just wanted to share this with you that since I found this at our Indian store, Amla, I was very happy. Of course, I was very surprised because Amla or the gooseberry is something that you don't, that is not grown or you won't find in the Western world. So I thought, why not? Let me this amla is going to take me to my growing years in India. So I thought I'll share this with you. I always used to hear that, amla oil, amla is very, very good for hair. And I remember my mom used to make homemade hair oil and amla oil. She would extract oil and add it to, I believe, coconut oil and would apply on our hair. So, and that I know it is also very good for skin. But what I did not know, after my mom was diagnosed with cancer, that started to learn about foods that help in help our body in getting rid of cancer growth, further growth, and it just helps. And amla or gooseberry was one of the fruit that was that I learned that it is very useful. So it has a lot of flavonoids. So this was something interesting that I learned about amla or the gooseberry. Now, as soon as these are all seasonal fruits, especially just before winter, we get to see the bazaar or the market, the food, fruits, fresh fruit, or the farmers market is full of these vitamin C loaded fruits. And but I this is an interesting fact that I recently came to know. And top of that, coming back to here in the US, and I found it in one of the Indian grocery store, I was simply ecstatic because I thought, wow, so these amla. So let me tell you, I recently saw fresh gooseberries, but these are frozen though. These are frozen, but I also saw fresh gooseberries packed very nicely, packed in a box and atrociously priced. And I just could not digest that. That was makhana. Oh, I love it. Maybe I'm gonna share about makhana next time. I also have a video on how to roast and how to eat and benefits of makhana or the fox nuts. I just love them. But I also wanted to talk about besides amla, wanted to talk about my favorite nuts. I really go nuts over nuts. Can you guess which nut is this? Okay, if I join it, I can give you a clue. Does it look like a part of your body? Like this? Okay. So I always, when I was little, my mom used to give us, if you know, if you've guessed already what this is, then let me just break it to you that this is called akroat, or simply in English, walnuts. And my mom, when she used to give me walnut, I'm sure she used to say the same thing to my other siblings, that if you eat this, do you see this? If you eat this, she used to soak it though, soak it for many hours. I believe she used to do all these, which I thought that it was all magic. She used to soak it at night and then give us in the morning. Most of my childhood I spent in the colder part of India. Like as I said before, that I grew up, I was raised almost in all the states of India, because of the nature of my father's job, transferable job, and also, okay, let me not pick this one because I'm only talking about this. So this walnut, especially from the northern part of India and also the mountainous region of India, where I grew up the most, especially the northern part of India, um, Himachal Pradesh, Kashmir, Uttar Pradesh, that akroat, I would see akroat trees, and amazing. It looks so beautiful. So Ma used to give this, and if any one of us would say that Ma don't want to eat it, she would say that if you eat this, then you will remember everything that's been taught in your school. So you will be as sharp as your teacher. Well, we ate, and I don't know, since I just fell in love with akroat or the walnuts. Amazing. Heavier concentration of, if you're looking for extreme smooth mobility, then I believe omega 3s are so good, and you can get in akroat. So you could just soak it overnight and then have it in the morning. But I just like to eat like this. But mom always used to say that nuts, don't go nuts having them without being soaked. So always soak your nuts. Anyhow, this is another one. Almond. And almond always had been a must in our empty stomach diet. So mom used to pre-soak it, and give us in the morning these nuts, that is walnut and almond, and we call it badam. Badam. I just love the shape of it, so beautiful. So I used to pre-soak it and give it. And what I have learned is that she used to say all these things. It's good for your hair, good for your skin, overall good for your health. It's loaded with protein, vitamin C, sorry about that. So this is almond that I usually, especially after my mom left us, every time I grab hold of fistful of almonds, and if I want to just eat it, I remember mom always used to say, no matter what, have almonds after having soaked overnight. So after mom, you're gone, I am having try to have almond soaked, but I give soaked almonds to my kids. I've never given them as or allowed them, yes, allowed them to have almonds without being soaked. And I want to tell you, when you soak your almonds for many hours in the morning, please do not peel off the skin, please. So I used to see my children used to peel off the skin, and they'll say, ew, it's not. Just to say, don't do that. Just the skin has much more health benefits than the nut itself. But I may be wrong, but I just didn't want them to peel off the skin and just have the badam. So, badam it is. If you have it in your house, please pre-soak it. But if you're allergic to nuts, then I would just say that don't even, just ignore this part. So this another nut that I wanted to, I have it here with me because these are, I always have to keep these in my house. But I want to tell you that nuts are very good before winter and during winter. Summer is not a good time to have nuts. You'll just go nuts like me. But don't have, try not to have nuts. But it's the winter time that you need immune boosting food, and the plant-based food does all the trick. One more makana. So these are pistachios, another favorite of mine. Pistachios are so great. I don't remember ever soaking them. And to be honest, I've never had, we were growing up and I don't think I ate pistachios like this. Pistachios would come in, like mom would, if she has to bake cake or other products, she would put pistachio. But I have not had pistachios as much as I have had walnuts and almonds. but I love pistachio. Pistachios are great in a fireside chat, or I just like to have pistachios in my in our family room, even in our dining hall, also in the kitchen, because I want my kids to have these healthy food around. And say if they're talking to me, or they want to share something about their school or work or something, and unknowingly, or maybe due to bad habit of munching on, they would just start, you know, eating whatever they could find. And what they find is these very, very, these are good food, I call them. Not superfood, but good food. Anyhow, I also have oranges that I'm not a great fan of, but I know that it's very important to have vitamin C this way. But I believe, personally, this is my personal opinion. You do not have to agree with me, but I think if you have amla in your house, then you're just good. You're like, you're in a very, very good place. Okay, so this is my one of my most favorite fruit. Can you guess what this is? Okay, did I tell you that this is called, the pistachios are called pishta or pesta? In Bengali, I think I've heard pesta, but these are pistachios. And okay, did I tell you that with the shell, the shells, I never throw out the shells, never. Be it the akhroat, that is walnut, or pistachio, or almond. I never throw out the shells because I love to make potpourri. So I've made potpourris before, and I like to use fruit skins. I like to use especially the skin of oranges, and also the nuts. And there are many other fruits, also pomegranate. Are you, oh, did I just tell you something that I wanted you to take a guess? Anyways, so, okay, fine. Pomegranate. So I went to the grocery store today, and I saw this good looking. By good looking, I mean the color. You have to watch for the color. And also, most importantly, my mom had taught me that this is what you have to look for. It should look fresh, as if it's about to bloom. And oh, it's so beautiful. And the color is so good. You have to make sure that it's not colored. So this is so beautiful. I love it. And this, once cut, it's going to be so great tasting, I can tell you. So pomegranate is a fruit I like. I love the color of pomegranate itself, and you can add it to your fruit juice, especially before the winter. If you are getting ready to face the winter, well, I live in a place where it's supposed to be a harsh winter, but we haven't seen the kind of winter or the cold that we get in this part of the world. However, this year we are expecting, it's predicted that we are going to get, the winter is going to get very, very cold. So, but anyways, you must have these as part of your preparation for the winter. So, anar, or the pomegranate, you can just peel it maybe sometime I'm gonna show you how to peel pomegranate because I don't want to mess with it right now. A, a lot of juice oozes out, and I'm not prepared to handle the oozing juice of pomegranate at this point of time. So, pomegranate definitely you should have in with you. And also I want to share a phrase that is very common that I heard growing up. Ek anar so bimar, which means just one pomegranate and hundreds of hundreds of ailments. And that I you could try that. You could try pomegranate. And so this phrase "ek anar so bimar" mean once again meaning that hundreds of ailments can be sorted with just one pomegranate. But I believe in the West it's more, the most famous phrase is "an apple a day keeps the doctor away." But well, it does not. The phrase does has got nothing to do with direction, east, west, north, south. It is so true. So, well, I do not have an apple here right now, but I wanted to share with you what I bought for today. What I bought. So these oranges, amla, or the gooseberry, and oranges are also called santra. Love the color. Look at this, how beautiful. So beautiful. And also, this is makhana, the lotus seeds. And my favorite, nuts. So maybe in my next video, I would discuss a bit more on the health benefits of these food, plant-based food. But for now, I'll just have this makhana. You can also have it. I don't know why they are calling it superfood here, and due to which the prices have gone. It's like I said, atrociously priced. It's not supposed to be this expensive. It's so expensive that looks like I can't afford it anymore. But since I love makhana and I have it in the morning, I buy it anyways. It's really very good. Very good. So you can have walnuts, you can have makhana as your carb. You can have walnuts, soaked walnuts, almonds, and you can have fruits, and your breakfast is done. It's a wholesome, hearty, heartful breakfast. You can have it. But now, I want to know from you, what is it that you eat or you like to eat in your preparation to face the winter? Please do let me know. And before I go, I want to once again wish you happy Guru Nanak Jayanti, happy Guru Purab. Thank you.